Okay, so in sitting down with my partner, Charlie, on making this trailer, we decided that what we were going to aim for was a wider target audience. And in a way to do that, we wanted to utilize conventions such as thematic things, and even going as far as to use a universally established brand in Star Wars and some of the things associated with that, lightsaber fights, lava, different digital effects. We wanted to make sure we utilized that in order to reach a wider audience in terms of our base viewers. We decided to take on a large social issue in the United States, bullying, and we decided that in order to convey it to a large audience, we wanted to make it as palatable as possible to younger viewers and people that would stay in tune, but also be able to stick around and understand the message. And what we were basically trying to do was set the stage for this. So in creating kind of the eye candy of using digital effects and lightsabers and things like that, what it was doing is intended to get the audience interested in going and seeing the final product, which would be able to convey a message to them. I'd say that our production skills evolved in a number of ways throughout the process. Even from the very first start, sitting down, figuring out how to storyboard and coming together and figuring out what our idea was going to be was something that was definitely new for me and my partner. We started off relatively inexperienced with a lot of the equipment that we had. Camera work was an issue at the start. We had to do a number of reshoots because of lighting issues and things that we just hadn't had experience with before. But as the process went along, we kind of got more into it and made progress, I'd say. And I'd also say that a big part of it was becoming more acquainted with video editing and using advanced effects and software like that, like Adobe After Effects and the many different facets of Final Cut Pro. We were familiar with it, but we didn't realize how advanced it had gotten. So because this is a film trailer and it's marketed as being for a feature-length film, and we decided to use a globally recognized brand and thematic elements in Star Wars, the way that we would most likely connect and engage with audiences would just kind of be in terms of demographics, because we clearly made our trailer for a specific set of people, young people, and whether or not it has anything to do with the message we're relaying, at the end of the day, we're trying to bring people in terms of this product. And because we decided to use this as a feature-length film, it would be released as such. We created a poster in order to market the film, and despite the fact that it would actually be extremely illegal in this universe we're living in, we've decided that we would market it kind of in the same branding in order to reach that established fan base, because that's really what you're looking for when you release a film trailer. So from the get-go, me and Charlie realized that we were going to have to put in a lot of technical effort if we were going to create something that was going to pique interest and draw eyes from all over, kind of maintain that attention. Because young people nowadays are interested in the flashy lights, which is something we really wanted to go for, especially with using something like Star Wars, which is known for, stars and ships and lightsabers, all that kind of thing. So we decided that basically if we were going to do that, we needed to master a lot of different technical programs in order to convey a realistic sense of that. So we spent a lot of time working on Adobe After Effects, Photoshop, and using those to create the effects specifically. So in terms of the hardware we used, we actually focused on our still shots to use a 3-piece tripod and our class's Sony cameras, which shoot at 1080p and 60 frames per second. And then we used a significant amount of stabilization hardware as well, the DJI Ronin M, the DJI Osmo, and as well as the DJI Phantom 3 drone, which we used for a high shot in the end of the trailer. And beyond the hardware and the technical software that we used in order to create effects, and it was really important for us to be able to piece together everything on software that we were familiar with, and that came in the form of Final Cut Pro 10, which we were able to run on the Macs that we have at school, and those have been extremely helpful in terms of keeping everything smooth and running normally. And we also have to account for the music and software that we used there. We used a lot of audio blocks, digital juice, in order to kind of convey the background and creating the tone we wanted to for the duration of the trailer.